What's up, everybody? Dark1985. Let's fix this camera real quick. Bam. Okay, I think that's better. Yep, got my Marshall's bag up and everything. All right, there's levels to this. So, so I'm not into politics. I'm not political at all. I don't follow politics. I don't even really watch the news, anything like that. But I do like gaming news, and from time to time, there's things that pop up that are pretty interesting, right? Like I made a video about how there's companies out there making sure the video games are politically correct by having a white character, a black character, an Asian character, a female character, a black female character, a Hispanic character, like a non-binary character. I like everything, right? And I made a video talking about like how I don't care. It doesn't matter. It does, your video game is not gonna make me change my views on things, right? If the game is good, I'll play it. If it's an all white cast, if it's an all black cast, if it's an all whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna play the game if the game is good. So besides the point. But now I saw something, and it made me think. So I'm just gonna give my opinion on it, right? And that's pretty much all this is. This is my opinion. What I saw was that video games are being blamed for tragedies that are happening. And what has been happening lately is a tragedy. Prayer goes out to those families of the victims and stuff. But they're trying to blame video games for what's happening. Violent video games, right? So I got to thinking, right? Is there any merit to this? Now, from what people argue, they're saying that studies have already been done and that studies already prove that there is no link between XYZ, between violent video games and this behavior. Okay. Now, the problem is when we try to answer something in absolute. That's the problem. We become so afraid to say yes, it's a possibility because we know what the knee-jerk reaction is going to be. If we say yes, it's a possibility, the knee-jerk reaction is going to be get rid of it completely, right? But that shouldn't be it, right? So let me give you an example. If I was to tell you that fish is healthy, right? Most people would probably maybe agree with me. Yeah, fish is healthy. But it depends. Because if you're someone that's allergic to fish, fish will kill you, right? So what I'm saying is there are certain people that can be exposed to something and it could lead to an unfavorable outcome. To ignore that fact is irresponsible, would be my opinion. Irresponsible. So, do I believe video games cause violence? No, I don't believe they do. But could they further influence or further desensitize somebody that could possibly be heading down that road? I don't know. And I don't feel comfortable flat out saying no. Now, I love video games, and most of the video games that I play are violent video games. Like Nintendo, Mario is cool and everything. Jumping on Koopas is cool and all that stuff, but it's a little bit different when you're freaking running and you're shooting somebody in the face with a shotgun. Boom! Like I'm not gonna lie, it's enjoyable. But to me, it's enjoyable because it's in a video game. I do not ever at all ever have gotten an urge of shooting somebody in the face with a shotgun because I played a video game and I did it in the video game. Not at all. Not once has it crossed my mind, right? But for me to look at video games and to fully say that it can't influence somebody else, I mean I don't know. Could someone that's playing a basketball video game be influenced to play basketball? If the answer to that is yes, then you can't say no to the other one. You can't flat out say no to the other one. But it's an individual case by case basis. That's what this whole argument needs to be about. The problem is they're trying to generalize it. And that's where you lose the argument. Because if you generalize it, all you got to do is look at the sales of violent video games. And if there was a real correlation or causation between violent video games and the amount of tragedies that happen in this country, then we would all be dead. We would all be dead because the amount of gameplay that Fortnite, Apex Legends, Call of Duty, freaking Battlefield, all that, we would all be ready to commit freaking the most horrible tragedies ever. Every single one of us, if there was a causation and correlation between playing violent video games and freaking being a violent person. That's the fact, right? So with that being said, you can't make that statement broad like that. You're going to lose the argument every single time, okay? But on the other side, what I'm telling the people that are anti this statement, period, is listen. There could be a possibility that a small minority of people, when they play these games, it really messes them up. That could be a possibility. The same way, right? Planters Peanuts is $1 billion company, right? But there's some people that if they eat one of those freaking Planters Peanuts, go into anaphylactic shock and die, right? You don't get rid of peanuts completely. That's not what you do, right? Put a warning label on the peanuts. If you're allergic to it, you can die, right? And then hopefully, starts with parents. Parents realize the first time the kids get anaphylactic shock or whatever, or start puffing up like, hey man, you can't have these peanuts anymore. So same thing with the parents. If you got a kid that's playing video games, violent video games, and then you notice him acting out the same thing, like if you got a kid playing freaking Mortal Kombat, right, and he's Scorpion, right, and he's freaking 6 years old or something, right, and you see him fighting with his little sister, and the way he fights with his little sister is he goes, get over here. Maybe don't let them play that game anymore. Or if you're downstairs and they're upstairs and they're play fighting with each other, two brothers or two sisters are play fighting with each other, and all you hear is fatality, and then one of them is freaking crying. Ah! Don't let the kid play that game, right? PokeDude09 has been playing video games, all different types of video games, since he was little. And never once has he showed any sign of aggression or violence or anything like that at all. And there are certain games that I won't let him play. Like I won't let PokeDude09 play Grand Theft Auto. I won't even let him watch me play that game. Because it's just too much, right? It's just too much, right? But other games like Ratchet and Clank, you're still shooting things, right? I'll let him play it. Fortnite, you're shooting things with shotguns and everything. I'll let him play. Apex Legends, I let him play it, right? But some games I just don't let him play. But even Mortal Kombat, I'll let him play. But I've never heard PokeDude09 at any point in his life say, get over here, or fatality, or, finish him. None of that stuff, right? So, are video games causing violence? When you say it like that in that broad statement, I'm going to say no, you can't say it like that. Because we would all be very violent people, right? Could video games influence specific individuals and make them prone to be more violent? Now we can have this conversation. Doc Dog 1985. There's levels to this. And there's levels to how much a video game will influence you. We out. Peace.